were surprised that Bradley Beal signed an extension there. Beal said, "Today, a lot of stars want to team up. No knock, but I'm a firm believer in sticking with what you got. If I win a championship in D.C., that'll hold way more weight than if I just left and tried to get one." Kevin?
Oh, I love that story. David, thank you. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Okoro in at the 3 spot. And for the Wizards, Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Davis Bertans out there with Troy Brown. And it's Wagner in at the center position.
You have to play. I'm going to try. No.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. Pass to Beal. Brown feeling it out a bit. Here's Wall. It's rebounded by Cleveland. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
I don't know if I'm going to call these guys rivals, but as conference opponents, they're still familiar with each other. Neither team will want to give an inch in this first meeting.
Wall with the bounce pass. To the paint. Tries from the block. No good that time. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And look at what they did in the fourth quarter. Just totally out of sync and lacking in intensity, and that turned into that huge comeback.
The pass to Beal. There's the triple. Buries it from 3-point range.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
And, you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Beal's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
Looking better and better from that range is Colin Sexton.
Now, here's Wagner. He had 13 points in the win against Indiana. The 3 from Bertans. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Kevin Love has been in the league long enough to understand that down low, contact happens.
In his whole career, Kevin Love, a fantastic passer at that position. Great vision for a big man.
You think about it, Greg, he's one of those players who you're kind of watching throughout the course of any game, and you're hoping for that kind of highlight. I mean, that's rarefied air. If it's not a dunk, but we're waiting for a Kevin Love outlet pass, that tells you it's special. This is what you get with Kevin Love. He can slide down to play the center position, and obviously he's a great stretch force, so that's some flexibility.
Outside, Wall. And he uses the glass on the way.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
What's going on? Wait, what is he trying to do? Back? Yeah. I think they do get back. I don't know.
Here you go, that X, maybe.
You do that X. What's the X?
Yeah.
That one.
I gotta do it a few more times.
Really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Okoro dishes to Garland. And a miss there on the triple. Wizards trailed by 3. Pass to Wall. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And it's good for 2.
And how about Wall? Just phenomenal at taking it to the defense with that lightning quick first step.
It's good.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
There's Beal with the 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Okoro passes to Love. The 3 ball. That shot off. Washington's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. To the inside. And finished off by Berton.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious. Two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Sexton the pass to Garland. Lets it go from deep. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Garland's got 5.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
Ball taking his time here. 6 to shoot. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now, here's Garland. Tight defense on him. Sexton for 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Beal gets a wide open look. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Paseknik's checked in for Mo Wagner. Avdia comes in for Bertans. Robinson's checked in for Brown. And it's Ish Smith in for John Wall. Cleveland also making some changes. Allen's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Jetty Osman in for Okoro. Smith the pass to Paseknik. He kicks to Beal. Here's Paseknik, defended by Allen, and Robinson wide open. He shoots. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Garland the pass to Sexton. Here's Osman. Launches it. Another 3 for Cleveland.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Pass to Paseknik. The dish to Beal. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. High post Allen. Stolen by Avdia. With the floater, and Robinson with the layup. Robinson's got 5 now.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Garland dishes to Allen. Wizards trailed by 5. Robinson for 3. And it's Osman with the rebound. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here's Nance. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
The Cavaliers made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And Washington making a change here. Bogga's checked in.
Well, Larry Nance Jr. came into the league, and a lot of talk about his dunking prowess. But really, Larry Nance Jr. knows how to play the game and is building on that potential.
Outside Robinson. At the elbow, it's Avdia. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Allen, it's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Larry Nance.
Can I jump on this one? Oh boy.
109 left to play in the first. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's his first foul. Wizards trailed by 6. Smith outside. Outside for Robinson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Looking now at the numbers for Sexton. He had a strong showing last season. He put up about 20 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he led the charge when it came to scoring, led the team.
Yeah, he shot the lights out all year long from a variety of spots on the floor. Love that versatility.
And it goes down 2 points. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Count it, good.
And once again, there's Ish Smith going turbo mode to get past the defense. An excellent look at the bucket off the drive.
Garland the pass to Sexton. Kept alive. And it's Allen slamming it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Sexton kicks to Osman. Another shot. Up and in on the layup. Sexton's got 13.
Don't want to see athleticism wasted just on offense as Sexton uses it that time to get an offensive board.
Colin Sexton, you can tell he's feeling it tonight. And, guys, has been the driving force for Cleveland. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Why is he even do that? Because whatever this is, it unlocks this one here. So it's up there. Mommy, go.
And we chatted with Bradley Beal recently, who touched upon the joys of playing at home.
Being yourself, being in your own comfortable setting, and then arena packed full of your own fans rooting and cheering you on. That's constant motivation and just energy, that puts us into this mindset that we have to win at home.
Gray, it goes without saying just how important playing at home is.
It's a matter of pride, making your opponent feel uncomfortable. 2 advantages that erode when you lose in your own house.
That's so pretty.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about the Cavaliers so far in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Washington, Avdia out there with Pasechniks. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Smith. And it's Bonga in at the small forward position. Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Mo Wagner's checked in for Pasechniks. And John Wall subbed in for Robinson. Andre Drummond's checked in for Cleveland.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
It's good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. And, well, Garland, the 5th overall pick back in 2019, had a slow start to his career. But around the midway point, he really started to take off.
And you wonder, Greg, in that rookie campaign, if that's a bit of somebody realizing the length of an NBA season, and maybe he made a bit of an adjustment in his body. Now in his second year, we can see some of the fruits of his labor in the offseason and him developing.
That's so crazy. What are they doing?
And the first one drops. So for the Wizards, Bertanis, he's checked in for Avdia. And Troy Brown subbed in for Smith. And a switcher also for Cleveland. Love's checked in for JaVale McGee. And he makes both free throws. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Washington. They trail by 18. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
Knocks down the three ball. Bertans got his second bucket of the night.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Drummond passes to Love, and it's blocked. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And that one's good, Wagner.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Garland kicks to Drummond. Down low. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
Now, here's Wall. He's covered closely. Inside. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 11 points in the basket from Bertanis.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
They double-team Love. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Wizards have gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. The lead now cut to single digits.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
The Cavaliers leading by 8. Garland dishes to Okoro. Here's Love. That one wide left. Washington's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. And stolen by Drummond. It's stolen by Wall. Moving it up. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Bradley Beal's checked in for Washington. Larry Nance is checked in for Cleveland. Here's Garland. He's coming off a 22-point game against Boston.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
Left side, Brown.
And we continue to see Beal improve as a playmaker. Beautiful pass there.
Garland, the pass to Love. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
Nance against Wall. Got a hand on it.
More of this from Larry Nance Jr. rising up and tossing that one away.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw missing.
You bet that. You would die.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Garland. He's got 5. He dishes it to Drummond. Kicks to Garland. The tray. That shot missing. And it's Washington the other way. And Okoro pulls it down.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game. That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Cleveland moving it around. For three, Love sinks the three-pointer. Love's got 9 points in the quarter.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Washington calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Paseknik's checked in for Mo Wagner. Avdia comes in for Bertinis. Robinson is subbed in for Brown. Robinson, that's good.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
The feed to Nance. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Here's Love. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Maybe some underrated parts of Kevin Love is the strength that he has in that lower body. Excels at absorbing that contact and then up and powers through.
Wall passes to Pasekniks. Beal, that's for 2. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Timeout called Cleveland. Is Smith, he's checked in for John Wall. Then for the Cavaliers, JaVale McGee's checked in for Andre Drummond. Allen comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Colin Sexton in for Okoro. Pass to McGee. 14 feet away. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. Deep 2 from Robinson. But they'll get another chance. And it's off the back rim. No good. Sexton attacking. And Sexton slams it in.
Well, this is the one guy you did not want to see get started. He started.
1:37 left to play here in the half. Smith the pass to Pasekniks. Beal up top, defended by Sexton. Here's Smith. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Just great ball control from Ish Smith. He shows off a little bit there with that flashy play.
Sexton for 3. The Cavaliers with a new 14. And they pick up 2. Allen's got his second basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Out to Smith. Shoots the 3. And again, Washington with the triple.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Here's Nance. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists tonight.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. Now, he's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and the 3 ball is good. Garland's got 8.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Beal from long range sinks the triple.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
Garland kicks to Nance. And here is Garland. Good. Garland's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, Garland did a nice job. Pretty lethal off the bounce and great body control on that drive.
And so it's Cleveland, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Bradley. The old saying, no rebounds, no rings. How important is it to continue to have 5 guys go to the glass in the second half?
Yeah, all five guys. I don't think we're too worried about getting out in transition. So I think 1 through 5, including the guards, we all got to get in there and rebound.
You can't score unless you have the ball, right? Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? Colin Sexton having an outstanding game. He ended up with 15 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists.
And the Cavs far removed from their glory days with LeBron. Kenny, how do you see their next few years?
Well, they have a great young core, the Cavs do. Draft picks. However, the team has a long way to go.
Well, listen, the team is working their way out of some bad contracts. The Cavs are a few years away. Listen, they're not going to be like the old Cavs, but they got a lot of work.
In fact, you could say the Cavs are a few years away from being a few years away.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
There's ghosts in there?
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding.